All right, third graders, today we are starting our Wild Things project. So, we're going to be making our trolls inspired by that troll movie that just came out. You have a lot of choices for this project. My example was done on black construction paper, and I used construction paper crayons with it. So if you like the look of that, you can go ahead and get those supplies to start. If you would like to use white paper today, you would color with markers. So for this demonstration, I'm just going to use the white paper because this example was done the other way. You also can choose if you want to draw more of a boy troll or a girl troll. So I am going to do the opposite of what I showed you. I'm going to do girl because I've already done the boy one. So this demonstration handout is just kind of a guide. You do not have to copy it exactly, but it will help you get the troll body down. Anything in red is what you're going to start with. So a really quick drawing of the body using shapes. And I'm going to draw fairly large today. I'm going to make a big oval towards the top of my paper. And looking at this handout, the body almost looks like an oval shape. Just kind of comes to a smaller point at the top. And all I need to do for feet right now are two little lines that curve out. She has one arm that's going to bend in. If you want the arm to do something else, you can try doing that. This one comes down and I can see the start of a hand. Second step, adding more in red. Oh, forgot that little, these curved lines are going to help me put the stuff on for her face. So already in this one, we're seeing part of the hair. And I would have to erase a little bit. You do not want to leave room for the hair because that's something we're going to add next time. But I do see a little bit of her bangs coming down. And it kind of comes out a little bit. So that's probably all I'm really going to do for the hair. Next step is adding ears. And I'm going to choose not to add the headband. Your choice. You can see me doing some erasing. Erasing is not a bad thing. Your eraser is a tool. I am not going to do the red part in this with her hair, but I am going to look at her face. So looking at this curved line that's on here, one of her eyes actually crosses over that line. One of them sits up here. Kind of seeing her head turned a little bit, so her nose is not going to be a symmetrical shape. She's a happy troll. Get her eyes in there. Eyebrow. Can't really see this one at all, maybe just part of it. So again, you can erase those guidelines once you are liking your face. She does have a few more lines in here. If you wanted to add some eyelashes, you could do that. Next part is more on her dress. So I'm going to continue this step by step, adding those parts, and I might make my own dress. So I am finishing pencil, and I have started to outline this project with a black marker. I am not perfect at outlining, so I am erasing those pencil lines that I can still see. This just helps my work look neater. If you used black construction paper, I know this sounds silly, but you're actually going to outline it with black crayon. So black construction paper, outline with black crayon. You can still see those lines really nice. White paper, you're going to outline with a black permanent marker. So if you're doing it this way, I have a messy mat under my paper. Now I'm ready to add the color. So some of you will probably get the coloring close to finished on day one. When I color, I want it to look pretty real. So trolls have a tannish orange color usually. I know in the movie there's a couple that are black and white or have lost a lot of their color. So I'm going to start with this tan color, see how I like it. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So with the marker, I am trying to fill in those shapes really nicely. I'm not rushing and missing a bunch of white spots. So I'm going to add this color with the marker and do my very, very best work. Alright, at this point I have finished coloring and I have taken my time and made it look the best I can. And now I am ready to cut my troll out. So I know this is pretty easy peasy, but I'm going to try to leave a nice black line around my troll as I cut. And I'm just cutting carefully around the entire body. I have not colored the hair because I don't know what I'm going to use to make my hair, and I definitely don't know what colors are available or what color I want. So I'm going to save the hair until I'm all done putting this together. If you have spots, like I do, that are in the middle that I have to cut out, I would just put your paper down, put the tip of your scissors in that spot, and pull really gentle to make a little cut. Now my scissors can fit in there, and I can kind of work around that shape. Trickiest cuts for sure, but take your time and it'll look awesome. When you are finished cutting this out, you get to pick your background color. So Miss Cleary will point out where those colors are. You are going to glue this onto a large piece of colored paper, leaving some space at the bottom and on the sides. So if I flip this over, after her feet are cut out, I don't want it glued all the way to the bottom. I'm going to slide it up just a little bit, and that also leaves me a lot of room to add the hair. Alright, as I'm putting glue on, I am gluing the back of the troll. I wouldn't want to drip this all over my background, so I don't know where it's going to end up on this piece of paper. So I'm putting some glue all over the back, and then I am putting it close to the bottom edge, but not touching the bottom. Leaving some space on all the sides, lots of space at the top. Now the fun begins. You get to explore with all of the supplies Mrs. Cleary has out for hair. Feathers, tissue paper, popsicle sticks, and whatever else you will find. So have fun with this project. Once you get the hair put on, it can go in the drying rack.